Hey everybody, my name is Lisa. I am the Crafty Goddess. Hello and welcome or welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I like to play with yarn, beads, charms, and trinkets, and sometimes make a mess in the kitchen. So if any of this sounds good to you, please feel free to click like and subscribe. I apologize for the shaky cam because I just had a kitty cat jump on my table where I'm doing my filming as we speak. You may see a furry invasion or two as I film. But notwithstanding, I have something here that I haven't done in about a year. Excuse me. It is that time of year. Today is, what day is it today? August the 23rd, I think. Anyway, yesterday, which was August the 20, no, yesterday was August 23rd. I'm a day behind. So, Sunday, August 23rd, thanks for jumping off the table, cat. Sorry for the shaky cam. Kitty, as soon as I turn on the camera, I swear everybody's all of a sudden wanting attention. Anyway, yeah, so yesterday, August the 23rd, 2026, I went with my sister Sarah and our bestie Beth to Mary Maxim in Paris, Ontario for their annual tent sale. If you folks are not familiar with Mary Maxim, they were like the original mail-in yarn ordering company type of thing. You probably saw the sweaters over the years of like the snowflake patterns and the, wildlife and whatnot. You can get like the knitting kits and stuff. I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm sorry. Mary Maxim is basically a treasure amongst some of us who like to knit and get some very decent deals on yarn and get inspired to make cool stuff. So Paris, Ontario, I used to say it was about an hour and a half away from here, but Beth, our dear friend, she takes a route that takes like 45 minutes. So the person I used to go with before who took like over an hour to get there, I don't know what route they took, but the one we did yesterday was pretty simplistic and direct, avoiding as much traffic as possible. Anyway, notwithstanding, it's in southwestern Ontario. I was inspired to do this because we had made plans to do this a week ago, go to the tent sale, that is. And I recently saw a post by Michelle Jasek, whose channel I subscribe to. She's wonderful. If you haven't subscribed to her yet, please do. She also plays with yarn. She crochets. She's started jumping into knitting a bit. She's into like a lot of cool retro 80s stuff. I wish I'd saved some of the clothing and items and things I had in the 80s. I would just send them to her with love. It's really cool, actually. She's a really, really cool hip young lady. I love her. Anyway, she inspired me to make my own video. I would have filmed there, but we got there pretty early. We got there just after they opened, but I'm still a little leery about filming in public places because I know some folks like to keep their privacy. Yes, I realize I could probably just, film the yarn itself and, not focus on people wandering around, whatever, but I don't know, I'm a little weird about helping, people keep their privacy, but maybe I'll break out of that shell and do a little more public filming someday. We'll see. Anyway, never mind. So the tent sale is a yearly institution. I've gone to it several times over the past few years, and unfortunately, when I've gone in the past, I went without a budget. Like, I would just be like, I have some extra money in my bank account, and we're just gonna blow it on frivolous stuff. I am really making a concentrated effort, as I have mentioned in previous videos and yarn hauls, within recent history anyway. I am really attempting to make an effort at, buying yarn with purpose, like being purposeful with my yarn purchases. I buy specifically for projects that I want to work on or yarn that I want to use that grabs my attention. But there was one that I saw in the tent sale yesterday. I had seen a few times. I think I saw it listed on Hirschner's. I've seen it on a couple of the websites and in Project Ideas. And they had a bunch of this yesterday in different colorways, but this was the only skein I saw in this specific colorway. I am talking about Premier Serenity Chunky Candy. The yarn availability yesterday, I don't know if this is being discontinued or what, but the color selection was limited. I think there are about 3 or 4 different colorways. My sister grabbed some because she wants to crochet slippers. There's a place here in Guelph that I actually used to volunteer at when I was going through treatments, called Hope House, which is a great like drop-in resource for people who are, shall we say, facing financial insecurity. It's a great place to like help get help with like food, clothing, not necessarily shelter, but they will point you in the direction of different resources that can help. They recently put out a call, Hope House put out a call that they are in need of knitted slippers because it is starting to get a little cool out. We are going headfirst into fall, and they were calling on the public to help with that. So my sister bought a bunch of this. I can't remember the colorway she got, but I got the last remaining skein of the colorway Wildflower, which I promptly fell in love with. Just the kaleidoscope of pastels just kind of reeled me in. Absolutely gorgeous. The original price on this, I don't have the original price on this, but it was $4.97 per skein. Now these are all Canadian prices, by the way. The prices that I list here, it's all in Canadian funds, and unfortunately my conversion skills suck. So I'm assuming this would probably be like $3.97 American. I don't know, but the Serenity Chunky Candy, like I said, I've seen it listed on different websites like Hirschner's and whatnot, and I wanted to play with it because it is a bulky weight of 5. It's going to be perfect for like hats or slippers, whatnot. The specs on it are so yeah, it's 100% acrylic. 100% acrylic, yes. Each skein measures 109 yards or 100 meters, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It is a bulky weight of 5. The recommended knitting and needle and crochet hook size is an 8mm, which works out to a US 11 or an L hook. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It is machine washable and dryable, but it does say tumble dry low, which I agree with because, you don't want to fry the fiber putting it on like a super hot temperature. But it is so soft and gorgeous. I think I will probably turn this into a hat or cowl, something anyway. I think it's a bulky 5. I briefly thought of the idea of maybe making a kerchief out of it, but or like a what do you call it? Anyway, some sort of like hair accessories, whatever. But I think it would be too bulky. So yeah, that's that. What else did I see in the tent? Oh, I saw this available, which again, looking on the different websites like Hirschner's, Mary Maxim, whatnot, I got 2 skeins of this. This is the Premier Basics Mosaic. Again, there were, I think, 3 or 4 different colorways, but I saw this listed on the website, and I wanted to see it personally just to, because sometimes you look at something on a website and it doesn't hold up, right? So you want to see it in person. And it is pretty soft. It's very nice. This is the colorway Grapevine. I almost picked up, I think it was called Bouquet. It was like a really bright pink. But the Grapevine one, it looks really cool. I'm just trying to see if there's different. Yeah, it's mostly neutrals. I'm seeing a little bit, I don't know if that's a gray or a blue. Maybe you can see, but I really liked it. I thought it was pretty. I got 2 skeins of this because I figured maybe it would make a shawl. I'm hoping anyway. We'll see. But sorry for the bouncing. So what are the specs on the Premier Basic Mosaic? I'm going to let you see this while over here. One for you, one for me. It is a medium worsted weight of 4. Each skein weighs 4.23 ounces or 120 grams. Measures 216 yards or 198 meters. It is 100% acrylic. The suggested, recommended, etc. knitting needle and crochet hook size is a 5.5, which works out to US 9 or an I. And machine wash, warm, tumble dry. It's gorgeous. I really like it. Now, what I like about this as well, because it has suggestions on here. So it says 2 skeins will make a scarf, which I agree with. I think it might make a nice, like, lightweight lacy shawl, but I would probably bump it up to a 6. I mean, yes, it definitely feels like a worsted. It could easily take a 5.5. I'll probably experiment just to see what takes what. Are you sniffing in my bag of yarn, buddy? Are you sniffing in my bag of yarn, buddy, bud? Want to come say hello? Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, get out of here. Now she's confused. Another yarn I saw in the tent, and I don't remember seeing this in the store, but maybe it's, I don't know if it's being discontinued or just recently introduced. No, you can't jump in my bag. The cat is back and she's looking at my bag like this. Can I jump in and play with it? She sees dangly things. She has to jump on it. Anyway, another one that I saw. Excuse me, madam. Get away from my bag. I was told by the Premier Basics Mosaic. The regular price on this is, I believe, $7.97 or $7.98 per skein. It was on sale for $4.97. And the Serenity Chunky Candy, yeah, it's $4.97. So yeah, these are all $4.97 each Canadian. This yarn I could not walk away from because I bought 2 skeins of this last year. Had to go back for more, but is slightly different. It is the Bag O' Day, but it's the Shimmering Hues. Cat here. As you can see, it's got a wee bit of sparkle to it. Last year, I got the Liquid Mercury in the regular Bag O' Day yarn, but I thought I would get the Shimmering Hues because 1 skein does make up a hat pretty comfortably, both knit and crochet. Yeah, I got Liquid Mercury last year. This year, I decided to get the Shimmering Hues in Mr. Fahrenheit. We're gonna make a supersonic man out of you. Okay, I'm not gonna sing because I don't want to get busted for copywriting. So I got the Mr. Fahrenheit, which I love this. I'm probably gonna make something out of this for myself, as well as Your Majesty Queen. I love this. They had all the colorways available in the Shimmering Hues. The sale price on that, regular price on this was $9.90. Was it $9.97 or $9.99? Hold on. $9.99 regular price. This was on sale for $6.97 per skein. And I remember last year the regular Bag O' Day yarn was $8.97. I didn't get any of the regular stuff. I don't know if it was on sale, but the Shimmering Hues is. The only complaint I have with the Shimmering Hues is that most glitter yarns, most yarns that have a thread of glitter in them, the thread is a singular piece that's wound with the rest of the yarn. This looks a little, and I don't know if you can tell, but it looks a little broken up. Like there's little pieces of the glitter kind of sticking out here and there. So I imagine, thanks for jumping off the table again, cat. So every time the camera shakes a little bit, it's because a cat has either jumped on or off the table. I know, I need to pick a sturdier spot. Whatever. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, like, it. I'm just afraid that I'm going to be picking out the bits of glitter and it's not going to make it look so glittery. But again, I cannot stop raving about how gorgeous the colors are. Just absolutely beautiful. I really like this. The specs for the Shimmering Hues. It is a medium worsted weight of 4, which, I mean, yeah, you can tell. It does up super nice. I think I did a hat up in a size 5 or 5.5 crochet hook, and it was gorgeous. Like butter. Just ran along like butter. What? Sorry, that's my cat yelling in the background. He wants to go in our bedroom, and we've said no, because I've got projects back there kind of spread out in the bed, and I don't want them to think that it's their playground. Back to the yarn. Yeah, it's a medium worsted weight of 4. The Shimmering Hues is 99% anti-pilling acrylic, 1% stellina, which I'm assuming is the glittery bits. Each cake measures 280 yards or 256 meters. I don't know why I'm not showing you this while I'm reading this. Sorry. 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. The recommended knitting needle and crochet hook size is a 5 millimeter, which is a US 8 or a H. I'm getting there. Sorry, now the cats have decided, hey, since Mom's not paying attention to us, we're going to race around the room and cause as much ruckus as possible. Anyway. So there are washing instructions on here. Wash using gentle, delicate cycle for 2 minutes. Lay flat to dry. Do not dry clean. I would lay this flat to dry because of the sparkly bits. With the regular Bag O' Day yarn, I've done like a delicate wash and then a tumble dry. But I've also just laid it flat to dry, and it seems to work out fine there too. So, but yeah, I couldn't pass these up. And it was a nice sale too. Like these were a few dollars less than normal price. Now, when we went into the store, of course, because you have to go in the store to take a look around. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. I had to pick up a couple different skeins of yarn for projects that I wanted to work on. And of course, got distracted by a few things. I had seen this colorway. One of the skeins I picked up was Premier Hipster Cotton. I grabbed some of this before at Cambridge Fibers, and this is what I use for kerchiefs like bandanas and whatnot. And it works up just like a dream. Absolutely gorgeous. I actually made up a few bandanas, like knit and crocheted, and sold them at some of the festivals I've done so far, and they were gone. Just, the perfect summer hair accessory. So this colorway is Canyon Walls. I'm not normally drawn to neutral tones and palettes, but I really like how this all worked up together, like with the grays and the taupes and the I call it burnt sienna, but yeah, and the Premier Cotton. In case Premier Hipster Cotton, if you haven't played with this yet, do it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is a lightweight DK weight of 3. Takes a 4mm knitting needle or a 5mm crochet hook. It is machine washable, but it says tumble dry. Again, I would do like a gentle wash and dry. Absolutely beautiful, 100% cotton. Each skein, is 229 yards or 210 meters. That makes up to 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. I'm making more bandanas out of this because I've been going bandana happy this summer apparently. But I thought this would be a perfect color for that. Yeah, I'm not normally drawn to neutrals, but I thought, why not? It's a beautiful colorway. Get up here. Would I wear it? Probably not, but somebody else might. So who am I to judge? I got this yarn, I think, at my last Mary Maxim tent sale shopping excursion. And I had to get more because there is a pattern that I saw. I believe the YouTube channel is called Play Hooky With Me. And she does crocheted witch's hat out of acrylic yarn, but she double strands it. The tutorial that she put up, she used 2 strands of the Red Heart Super Saver yarn. So I doubled up with this yarn, and it made a really cute but very sparkly hat. This is the Mary Maxim Starlet Sparkle. And it is in the colorway, well, it says colorway black, but it's got a rainbow colored sparkle to it. I want to do this, 1 strand of this and 1 strand of like just a regular black, like maybe Loops and Threads Soft Classics or Super Saver whatnot, and do the double strand for a witch's hat with this. Just give a little extra sparkle because, spooky season is coming. Yay. This was, oh, sorry. I'm always doing this. I'm jumping back because I forgot to mention prices. The Hipster Cotton is going for, where are you? $8.99 a skein. Last time I checked, I think it was slightly cheaper at Cambridge Fibers, but that's no problem. The Mary Maxim Starlet Sparkle, Starlet Sparkle, it's $6.99 per skein. And it's a pretty hefty skein. Each skein is, where are the measurements? 196 yards or 180 meters. 98% acrylic, 2% polyester, which is probably the sparkly bits. 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. And I really like it. Starlight Sparkle is something that's been in circulation for a while, but when I saw this, the black with the rainbow, I thought I gotta make witches hats out of these. They probably will be shown in a future Maker Monday when I get on to making those again. The recommended knitting needle and crochet hook size is a 5mm, which is a US 8, or I believe it's an H. I think I could be wrong. And the care instructions: machine washable and dryable. Wash using gentle or delicate cycle for 2 minutes. I would do that because of the sparkly bit. Like do a gentle wash, tumble dry. If I even put it in the dryer at all, I'd probably just lay it flat. But I had to get this because, yeah, I need to make more crochet witches hats. I think I sold a couple last year at different markets I did. And plus I gave one to my bestie Beth because I had to. It was cute. I made one for myself, but like I said, I made it with just 2 strands of this, and it was just way too shiny for me. So we're going to experiment with 1 strand of this and 1 strand of black yarn. What else? What else? We're nearing the bottom of the bag. Now, as you folks might know, I'm really leaning hard on the Premier yarns. I think, let's see, how many of these? Premier, 2, 3. So 3 of the yarns I've shown so far are from Premier Yarn. I love Premier Yarn. I wish I could order directly from the website itself, but it's not that I can't. I mean, I'm in Canada. They still ship to Canada. But the shipping costs, you know, they're a little... I mean, and I get it. Like, they're shipping worldwide, and they want the yarn to arrive safely. Shipping's just a little steep. And I probably have wind up paying those stupid freaking tariffs. Okay, I'm not trying to be political by any means. I want this to be a nice, comfortable spot where people can just come and relax and play with yarn or do some cool craft stuff and just, you know, make this as safe a spot as possible for at least 5 bloody minutes. I'm only going to say this about the whole tariffs thing. I hope in the future cooler heads prevail and we can go back to not having this battle of the borders, whatever the heck. Anyway, I've already said too much. I wish I could resume my online shopping with places like Hirschner's and whatnot without paying a king's ransom in tariffs. Anyway, that's it. That's my little rant for the day. No more. That being said, I got another Premier yarn. I have bought this before. I think I've shown this before on this channel. Ross from Smells Great Guy showed this colorway in one of his haul videos from a while back when Color Fusion got some new colorways introduced to that collection. I believe it was just available in the DK and not the Color Fusion Chunky. I have played with both yarns. They're both absolutely delicious to play with. I've used the Color Fusion Chunky for knitted hats for the winter time. Yes, we hear you. That's my kitty cat yelling in the background. He still wants in the bedroom. The answer is still no, my darling. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. I'm getting the wounded look like, why not? But when Ross from Smells Great Guy showed this colorway in one of his videos, I decided right then and there I had to acquire some. The Color Fusion line has some beautiful colorways in it, just absolutely gorgeous saturation in colors. I've gotten a few before. I think last year when we did the Mary Maxim trek, there was a colorway that I was looking for that they were actually able to find in the warehouse, and I was very happy. This is one of the newer ones, and I am immediately in love with it. This is Grapevine. Purple and green. Are we surprised? No. But I love this so much. Like, look at this. This just practically screams fall harvest weather. Okay, maybe not so much the absinthe green here, but just like the dark purples, the aubergine, which in French means eggplant. The gradations of like the purples and greens paired up with a bit of like a nice taupe, like a little beigey. Oh my God, so gorgeous. And I had to get 2 skeins of it. Where'd the other skein go? It's in here somewhere. Come here. There we go. I figured 2 will be enough to make a shawl. There's a pattern for a really nice lacy shawl from Hooked by Robin that I've done that does take 2 skeins roughly the size. But let's read the specs. Oh, and this is what the curly gradation is going to look like eventually. See if I can... Okay, well anyway. I love this so much. And it's so soft. So ridiculously soft. These specs are... Show one for you, one for me. Where are you? 100% acrylic. Each skein weighs 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, measuring 325 yards or 298 meters. It is a lightweight DK yarn of 3. Obviously, DK is in the name, and it is very much a DK weight. It's skinny. It's pretty. Don't jump on the table, guys. Come on. Sorry. It is, let's see. Oh, the recommended knitting needle size is a 3.75 millimeters. So the same as Lion Brand Mandala. So it's like the same sort of measurements. Recommended crochet hook size is a 4, which works out to a US 6. That's a G hook, I believe. So yeah, machine washable and dryable. But again, with something like this with a DK weight, I've said it before and I will say it again ad nauseum. DK weight, I would put it like gentle wash, perhaps lay flat to dry, tumble dry if you absolutely have to. Have I mentioned how much I love this yarn and the colorway? Just, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. I cannot wait to make shawls out of you, or a shawl out of this. Now that I know that they have some of the new, I think they had a couple other newer colors, but this was the one that grabbed my attention the most. So I said, I have to bring this home. This was the, where am I? Yeah. Color Fusion DK yarn. Each skein, the price of that is $7.99 Canadian. Beautiful. Love it. I cannot wait to dig into that. I got to finish up a couple other projects first, though, before I even think of that. There's an expression I heard of ages ago called startitis, where you want to start all the projects and make all the projects. And I have so many projects on the go right now. I'm thinking of doing what a lot of YouTubers have been doing lately and do like a frog or finish frog or finish video. Whew. And just kind of pull out all my projects and I don't know, maybe I'll take a vote or something. You know what? Maybe I'll do a live of that, like frog or finish. What are you doing grabbing from my bag? Sorry, there's a kitty that's being a little crazy now. I know. I'll get to you in a second. My last purchase, I wasn't really intending on getting it. At the Ontario Pirate Festival a few weeks ago, a dear friend of mine came running up to my booth when she saw me and said, have you seen this yarn called Firefly? No, I've been busy and haven't really paid attention. And she was just raving about it, like, oh my God, this Firefly yarn is so gorgeous. You have to see it. It's beautiful. And I thought, okay, well, I'll look it up. And I saw like a couple of different things on, I Googled it. I looked it up. I didn't look too intensely. I just thought, okay, see what all the big deal's about, see the color. And the colors looked really pretty. But it wasn't something I really paid attention to. Well, at Mary Maxim, they've got, I believe, all 16 different colors of this Firefly yarn. And they're all absolutely stunning. I had to come home. And like I said, I worked with a budget. I was being deliberate with my purchases. I set a budget for myself, which I did not go over, actually. I don't even think I was slightly under it. So I had just enough to, grab some coffee on the way home. But I did have to grab some of this because I wanted to make some more circlet crowns out of this for the upcoming Oxford Renaissance Festival this weekend. And this is the colorway here. Now the Firefly yarn is, each colorway is named after a different insect. This is called the Violet Dropwing. I almost walked out with, I believe it was the Crimson Scarab, which is like reds and blacks, because red and black, hello. But I saw this and just thought, oh, the colors look so, just look at how shiny it is and how it's picking up every single different color. I wasn't as wowed with it. I was wowed more with the colorways than the material. I've seen material like this before. One of my Yarnspirations hauls, I got something similar from Karen. I believe it was not the Simply Me mosaic. Oh my God, brain. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it was a Karen yarn. It was under the Simply Me family. I think it was Simply Me Shimmer. I'll come back to it. And also, several years ago, it was either Bernat or Patton's had something similar. I believe it was Patton's, and it was called Metallic. Like the material is almost the exact same. There we go. I'm going to pull this out here. So, like I said, the color gradation is simply stunning. But it is a blown yarn. So, I don't know if you can see it here. I'm going to try and hold this up as best as I can. But it is a blown yarn, which means that there's yarn that's kind of pushed through the casing. There's a lot of fuzziness to it. It's not difficult to frog. At least the metallic and the Karen yarn. I imagine this will be the same, but there is, I mean, you can see there is a bit of a halo to this as well. So there we go. Focus. Thank you. As I said, I'm excited to play with the colors, and I'm probably going to jot off some of those circlet crowns that I've made before. I showed it in a previous Maker Monday video, and it's just pretty simple. I think I posted the link to the pattern for that as well. It's a knit pattern, basically. But the Firefly yarn is from King Cole, and King Cole has really stepped up their yarns. When we were at Mary Maxim yesterday, we saw quite a few offerings from the King Cole line. And it's gorgeous, but because they're in the UK, it's a little expensive. You know, so expensive that this yarn, this single yarn of King Cole Firefly yarn is $12.99, which is another reason why I figured I'd walk away with just one. I almost grabbed like a second color, but I thought, no, I'll, excuse me, ma'am, quit grabbing my things. Eesh. But since Mary Maxim has this, I can just do like a, online order and get more in the future if I need to. The Firefly yarn, each skein measures, it weighs 100 grams, measures 219 yards or 200 meters. Sorry, I'm trying to read this sideways here. 35% acrylic, 65% polyester. It is machine washable, but in low temperatures. Do not iron. I would probably, it says like lay flat to dry. Don't put it in the dryer. It's polyester. I wouldn't, 35% acrylic, 65 polyester. It is a worsted weight of 4. The recommended knitting needle is a 5, which is a US 8. I'm assuming crochet hook would be the same, although I could probably push it up to a 6 if I really wanted to. So it feels like a good sturdy worsted. And King Cole definitely knows what it's doing. What else can I say about this? Just even the label looks just so cool. But as I said, they had the complete line of colors. They had like at least 16 colorways of this yarn. And some of them are just so stunning. I will have to get some in the future, but I know $12.99 is kind of steep, but it is a UK yarn. King Cole knows what they're doing. We'll see how this turns out. But I think that's it for now. So I set myself a budget of like 100 because I'm trying not to be done with my purchases, and I only spent like just over $80. So, but Mary Maxim has a thing going on right now where, because it's also their 40th anniversary, if you spend $100 or more in store, you get a ballot to enter like some sort of giveaway. I'm not sure what the giveaway is. Let me find that for you instead of just rambling on about it. That's not what I'm looking for. That's the Christmas in Paris, which from what I hear is a really cool like outdoor market, which I haven't done. Nope, I don't have that information. I'll pop up the website, and then you can check for yourself. For my Canadian friends who are able to go there and shop in person, I'm not sure if that same thing is available online. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I like going there in person and poking through stuff myself and petting all the yarn as well. My sister, she bought a bunch of the chenille yarn for her plushies. Beth bought a brand new spanking bedsheet set. So she's got something warm to snuggle in when the winter comes. All in all, we had a great day. And I can't wait to turn this into some really cool projects. That's going to be it for now. That is the end of my haul. I'm going to go make some stuff before I get too carried away. If you enjoyed what you saw in this video, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate any and all positive feedbacks. If you have done some shopping with Mary Maxim, either in person or online, feel free to pop down below in the comments what you've acquired, what projects are you working on. You know, if you plan on going to the, oh, by the way, the sidewalk sale. Oh my God. The Mary Maxim tent sale goes until September 7th, which is Labor Day on Monday. Not this Monday, but it is on a Monday, September the 7th. That is the last day, and then it'll be wrapping up for another year. So you've got a couple weeks to try and make it down if you're able to. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you're planning on going down, or if you've gone already, what'd you grab? I want to know. I'm nosy like that. And if you haven't done so already, please go down here and click subscribe and hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when I post more videos, hopefully without so much caterwauling in the background, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, keep making cool stuff, and hopefully we will chat again very soon. All right, bye for now.